Alright, we should be back now. Okay. Oh no. uh... Well, I said we're back, but I still have to fuss with things because Notepad is in the wrong place. Where are you at, Notepad? There you are. Okay. Right. There's a lot of messing around with resolutions and other stuff. So, anyway. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here is, here with the recipe list, go through and make a list of things, just a list of things that could be done at on site at the factory, or will be done on locally at the mining locations and other things, and decide which ones will go where. Okay, so first of all, copper ingot, copper ore, or the copper ingot will be done locally. Ultimately, wire will be made from wire, so we're going to eventually have Caterium ingot. I don't have the recipe yet, but once I do this exact milestone, I will have Caterium ingot into wire. It'll be done at the factory. Cable is a secondary component that will be made from wire, so I might not make that on factory level 1. That might be done on factory level 2, even though cables are a real basic thing, but you don't need to. I'm trying to think of the first part that requires cable. I guess like stators don't require cables, this stuff doesn't require cable. Even Obelisk doesn't. I think beacons require cable. Yeah, computers require cable, but I have an alternate recipe for computers that may or may not require cables. Yeah, high-speed connector requires cable, although again I have an alternate recipe for that. Anyway, point being, cables are not fundamental. Like you can make by hand enough cables for personal use. Iron ingot to screw is won't be done at the factory. And then reinforced iron plate is not fundamental, so I'm probably gonna make this at factory level 2. Same with modular frame. Because the other thing is that I have production of these things happening over at the original factory, so if I need these things for buildings, I can go over there and just ship them over here. Same thing with rotor. Let's do. This is all stuff. Black powder. Let's see. So 2 black powder. I would say this is up in the air. Like that, I might want to make this on site or make it at the factory, but if I don't, that's not going to kill me. Obelisk is a secondary material that'll definitely not be made at level 1. Caterium ingot presumably is going to be processed locally at the Caterium mine. Quick wire from Caterium ingot will be done at the factory. I already wish I was doing this in Google Sheets rather than Notepad, but oh well. Raw quartz to crystal and silica will be done locally at the mining location. Crystal oscillator is a secondary component that requires manufacturers. So yeah, this will be done probably at factory level 2. Plastic and rubber. So oil, the three basic products that oil is processed into is plastic, rubber, and fuel. Fuel, in theory, just goes into a fuel generator to make electricity. You might also take fuel and use it to make ultra fuel or whatever they called that. Plastic and rubber I'm going to treat like quartz, crystal, and silica. Oil to plastic, and rubber will be done locally and just like have a stacked conveyor belt system to carry those over to the factory. I guess the fact that, you know, plastic and rubber get used, things like plastic and rubber get used on a lot of stuff, so there's pretty much no, for example, computers, and so there's no way I can avoid having plastic go from the ground up more than one level, because like I'm not gonna, like everything that requires plastic, I can't do all of that on factory level 1. At least not with, you know, I would have to like radically redesign the factory design philosophy. So I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna worry about it. And then aluminum. This is going to be a lot like steel, and then it takes 2 things to make an ingot. So, and since the silica will be made off-site, so I might do this off-site somewhere. The thing with aluminum ingot is that, like the quartz is over here and the bauxite's over here. So, you know, I want the factory to be where things, where I can scale things arbitrarily. So if I wanted to, I could send silica and bauxite from this area over to some intermediate processing area, which would, I don't know where that would be exactly, but it's not that important. I probably want to make Alcad aluminum sheet on level 1 if I can. So this is again aluminum ingot plus copper ingot. I probably want this at the factory because this is the primary ingredient of conveyor belt Mark V. So I want this to be made at scale and flexibly. So I probably want that done on level 1 of the factory. One thing I'm kind of curious about is okay, so this is Alcad aluminum sheet, which is used for heat sink, and then heat sink goes into radio control unit. Heat sink goes also goes into turbo motor. And also, so Alcad aluminum sheet goes into heat sink and battery. Oh, this also requires sulfur. So what I'm learning here is that like my dream of not moving materials up more than 1 level is basically impossible with my current factory design. That's okay. I think what I'll probably do in that case is designate one of the pedals, possibly this one or the 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, because these things can't be scaled. And these will be like logistical staging areas, actually, to carry stuff from one level up another. Mastazah says that means that this factory probably isn't a joke after all. It doesn't work on 2 levels. I think Mastazah is making some puns that are. Oh, it doesn't work on 2 levels. Well, it might work on 2 levels. It just won't work on. It won't. I can't do the like. I didn't want to have to go from like ground to level 2, but I'm definitely going to need to do that. It might. Anyway. I know that you're essentially playing the fun, and that's totally fine. Okay. Some stuff that is not included here is like the recipes for compacted coal, which I think I can make at an assembler. Yeah. Well. Which, again, I don't plan to do that. I won't be making compacted coal. Yeah. I mean, frankly, all the recipes Mastazah said they were referring to 1, 2 to theoretical 3rd level. Yeah, with all this stuff, like, the chain from heatsink to radio control unit to turbo motor and all this other stuff, 2 levels might be optimistic. I might need a 3rd level, which is fine. But we'll see. That's far in the future. What other recipes should I be looking at? Again, like... Oh! Nuclear fuel rods used as fuels in a nuclear reactor. Very radioactive. So I had forgotten this. See, I was earlier this morning. I was saying that I thought it was unusual that uranium cell was like the final point, and it was not. It's not. So fuel rods take control rods and uranium cells. Okay. I'm guessing that this is what you put into the nuclear reactor. That's well and good. Okay, let's look at our hard drive research because it might be finished. Looks like it is. Okay. So we can just get 5 more inventory slots. So... the other thing we could do is make turbo fuel, which requires compacted coal and fuel, or beacon, which... I'm trying to remember if I have any recipes that require beacon, because I have an alternate recipe for computers that I have not done the research for, but I think that just requires crystal oscillators. It doesn't say here what it requires, but I don't think it requires beacons. And if we look at other recipes, so beacons currently require just a bunch of basic stuff. I will want to be making beacons because you need beacons to make nobelisks, and I do want nobelisk production to be mildly automated because nobelisks are required for ammunition. While I'm here, I can look at the recipe for hazmat suits, so... Oh, there's a capitalization error. Oops. And iodine-infused filter takes filter, which is that under equipment? No. I wonder where filter... Oh, I still haven't researched gas masks, so I don't even have the recipe for filter yet. Golly. In any case, so I don't think I need this alternate blueprint for beacon. That's just Like the main, it is sort of more efficient, but because it makes 5, but I don't care. I think I'm gonna take the turbo fuel recipe, in case I want that. Alright, I think that might be all of my hard drives. Yes, that's all of my hard drives for now. So there might be some later point when I go on hard drive quest, because there certainly are a number of crashed pods around. And I'm guessing there are more hard drives, but I have most of the things that I knew I could get. Mostly I was interested in that screw blueprint. But, okay. I don't think there's any equipment that I need to like mass produce. Yeah, I don't need to be making, I mean, eventually I will be making beacons at a manufacturer, but that can happen on level 2. So now I have this list, and if I look at it, so the things I have listed as definitely making at the factory are wire, screw, quick wire, and Alcat aluminum sheet, which is only 4 things. And actually, quick wire and wire, I think, can both be made on a single major pedal, probably. So that's good. But I only have 4 things that I need to be making. On a pedal. So the one major question mark that I had was black powder. But since I have, again, I've already counted this like two times today, but if we count 2 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then 10 and 11 o'clock. So we actually have 6 pedals available. So I think what I'll probably do is do black powder production over here at the 11 o'clock position, because this pedal won't be able to go out too far. I will also need a gas mask because, like, yeah. So I have space to extend this pedal out, but until I have gas mask, I can't really do that. But all I need for gas mask is to ship some motors over here, so that's fine. So that means I have plenty of space. So I could, if I wanted to, for example, make a pedal that's making turbo fuel. I don't know if I really want to be doing that, but I would have the option. Alternatively, I could do other production on level 1 here, but I would have to make that choice carefully, because I would have like 1 pedal available for making, I don't know, modular, some other intermediate thing. Maybe something like circuit boards, but that decision can happen later. Okay. So I've got about 40 minutes or so. I could set up Caterium mining, because the Caterium's not that far away. It's over here. Sure, why not? So, and the other thing is related to Caterium mining is that the quick wire recipe makes 4 quick wire from 1 ingot. So let's choose a location for Caterium processing. I think probably, Alright. I think actually the other thing I could do is, instead of dedicating this pedal to logistics, I could have a dedicated, like, have 10 o'clock be the dedicated logistics pedal, or maybe some other thing. Where other stuff comes up from level 1 that needs to go up to level 2, like plastic, for example. Having a dedicated pedal for that actually sounds like it could be a good idea. But again, that's in the future. So let's... The other issue is that if I'm carrying stuff over to these pedals, eventually these pedals sort of fall off of a cliff, so that's something I need to be mindful of. That, well, actually, I mean, the solution to that is to just build a platform over the cliff. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the solution. Okay. That's all fine. Okay, let's say that we're going to start setting up Caterium mining. So, there, as I was over there a little while ago, I saw that there were 2 deposits, so I'm going to go ahead and set up miners for both. I don't know that I need to be mining that much Caterium, but that's fine, which means I need... wow, I'm carrying a lot of garbage. Let's clear some of this out. This is my designated manufactured parts area, and so some of these screws, let's see, do I need rotors? Also, iron ingot I can just trash. Pedals can go away. Okay, now we're doing pretty much okay. Alright. Okay. And let's say we want another 16 smelters. I don't know about that. I think what I'm going to do is just make 4 smelters now, and then I might build more smelters off stream. Because I don't need a huge amount of Caterium ingots for the time being. I'll just go with that. And then, how are we doing on concrete? We actually have a fair amount of concrete. Okay. Although cables might be getting a little short. I think I'll head over there and try to pick up some more cables. So, that's where the Caterium is. How do I want to get there? Can I get there via the high road? I think I can. It'll involve walking through a lot of poison gas, but that's fine. Although, if I want to pick up more cables, then I'm not going... Standing around and thinking about it is wasting as much time as anything else, so... Yeah, let's take the high road over there, and then I might walk back and get more cables later. I can hear a power slug, but actually what I'm probably hearing is probably that Mercer sphere over there. But that's fine. So probably off stream I'll go collect oil from my existing oil, because I have an existing oil extraction facility over here. No, over there. And if I head over there and just like manually pick up some oil, I can turn it into rubber and get this Caterium wire milestone done. Okay, so, but in the meantime, what I want to do is get over there, which I can actually skirt around the toxic gas, I think, if I go up here. And then probably just parachute off of this outcrop. Is that just limestone? Or is it sulfur? Yep, that's limestone. Okay. Okay, so the Caterium is... That's weird. Oh, that's showing the limestone. Caterium's over there, but I can get to the Caterium by going to where the limestone is. This might not work quite as well as I intended. I'll have to consider whether I want to blow up these crabs. No. Let's just go. Hey guys. Wait. I'm dead. However, so I am dead, but since I moved the hub, I think my spawn point will be closer. Yes. Because the hub defines the spawn point, so... although I also don't have any parachutes, or much of anything. I think I can make some parachutes, though. Although I might not have any copper. This might get quite entertaining. Okay. Wow. Well, step one, let's make some... fabric. Getting down from here may be difficult. Because you need cable and fabric to make parachutes. And all the cable is down lower than here. So this might be a situation where I have to good. Mastazah had a bit of a mild schadenfreude moment. Nope, not there. This might be a situation, I think the solution will probably be to eat food until I'm at full health and can just take the hit of falling down. Going and getting some cables and then making parachutes. Yeah, because I have food up here. Let's go with... Actually, I can also just craft some number of medical inhalers. Let's go ahead and do that too. Okay. This is probably more efficient than just chomping on paleberry. Okay. Alright, so I have the fabric and I just need cable. Down we go. This is just concrete, right? Let's leave that for later. Okay, so the thing to do now is go back up, make some parachutes, and leave some up there so that next time, wait, not here. Parachutes are made over here. Okay. All right. guess the other option with my remaining time is to go on a hard drive quest. Maybe I should just do that instead because I've spent a lot of time setting up mining and other sort of. It's actually this is fine. I'm getting a little scatterbrained. I think what I'm going to do is make. Oh right. No. Okay. I think we can just go get our corpse now. I'm gonna pick up some food though, so that I don't have to use a medical inhaler to get back to full health. Uh-oh. Jasper might have finally defeated one of my monitor cables. Oh, nope, not quite. Jasper, cut it out. Okay, I still have 2 monitors active, although Jasper has chewed on the one of them enough that one of my monitors temporarily blacked out, and it's not because of the plugs being unseated, it's just because he's destroying the cable. Anyway, I will deal with that in a more permanent basis later. I probably should bite the bullet and just get some sour apple stuff and put it on the cable so that Jasper doesn't chew on that specific cable. Because there are other things that I'm fine with Jasper chewing on if he is inclined to chew on stuff, but just not like the actual monitor cables that are plugged into a monitor. Okay, so let's consider where my body is. I think my body is... Oh, it gives me a beacon for where the crate is. That's good. Let's try to get down there and not die. Hey cat, get away from there. Rawr. I'm trying to convince Jasper to not pay attention to the power cable specifically. Oh, now he just wants to kill my hand. Hey, Jasper. Hey, cat. All right. He's probably mostly just mad at me for sitting in a chair for 3 hours. Alright, I might have to walk through this poison gas area. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. Nope. Oh, it really is just like in the path over here. Hopefully the crate is on the ground and not on a ledge or something goofy like that. Most of the time when you die, the crate is where you died. I'm thoroughly turned around. Yes, so it should be over here. Should be very nearby, but I don't see it. There it is, okay. Okay. Alright, so we can get our equipment back on. Let's see here. Yep. I think that's... And let's go ahead and go back to the barrel nuts for food and... switch back to Blade Runners. Okay. There, we have recovered from death. Now, I think what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and get to the Caterium and throw down the miners. And just so I can get these portable miners out of my inventory. And then instead of setting up the processing facility, you know, the smelters and whatnot, I will go on Safari, since I think that's a more interesting thing to do than setting up smelters and constructors again. And I'll do all that smelting business off stream. Let's see, is this a... Oh, I already explored that cracked boulder. Yep. Okay. Okay. I am going to head back to the factory, and if I'm going to go on Safari, I'm going to pick up more bullets. I think the quickest way to do that is to go this way. Can I land on these things? Yes. You can also chop them down with chainsaw, which is an interesting feature. Well, let's do it. Sploosh. Oh, we got both of them. Okay. And let's go ahead and take these smelters off of the queue if I'm not going to be doing it right now. Okay. Alright, I'm going to briefly head back and put away some of the stuff I don't need if I'm going on Safari. Pick up more bullets and possibly more medical supplies. And then spend some time poking around. Maybe get more beacons. Because I think what I might do is that I had an idea that ride this. Anytime I find a crashed pod, I can leave a beacon that doesn't broadcast, that'll just show up on the map and say what the beacon needs. That way, if I want to go retrieve it later, I'll know what the crashed pod needs without having to actually walk up to it and look at it again. Which I'm sure is not an original idea, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so limestone goes away. Let's go ahead and put away the rotors and most of this concrete. A little bit more than that, okay. Alright, so we want bullets. How's that? A few more. Okay, that should be plenty of bullets. Do we want to make some medical inhalers? I think we probably do. Alright, I'm actually going to put some of these medical inhalers in here in storage along with the parachutes, so that again, if I die, I won't have to what am I talking about? I'll have medical supplies available. Okay, let's pick a direction to go. Oh right, also beacons. I have 12 beacons. I think that's going to be actually enough beacons for now. So let's pick a direction to go. How about this direction? I haven't been that way. And then if I see a crashed pod somewhere, then I might land there, since hard drives are kind of the one thing, I mean, that I want that I can't scan for. Okay, I think this place will work fine. I'm just mostly just going to do east or west. Ha! So due west is like this way. And we have a mostly full complement of parachutes, so that's good. So confirming that's basically the direction I want to go. So this looks like mostly jungle. Transitioning into sort of a less densely forested area. If there's a crashed pod, let's stop there. Also, this seems to fly off into a lower elevation area, so I want to stay a little bit up high if I can help it. Alright. Anybody else around here? Well, there's an elephant. I never shot an elephant before. This probably is either a bad idea or does nothing. Let's find out. Oh, they just run away. I don't endorse doing this in real life, of course. I'm guessing... Oh. Wow, I killed an elephant. It gives you 1 alien carapace. I'm guessing the whole point of that is that, they don't actually want to incentivize killing elephants. But now I know. I don't need to do that anymore. They're primarily there for, world flavor. Okay, so this pod is just operational. Okay, I'll take it. Alright. So, I'm slightly annoyed that now there's this random location area of an unexplored area, but that area is higher than I am at right now, so I'm not going to go after it. I am going to go after this way. It looks like I kind of want to head down this way and kind of maybe circle around here, or if there's interesting stuff in this marshy area, then that's also a good candidate for exploration. But looking around for crashed pods is, that looks like a mineral deposit that's probably limestone? I don't know. Yes, that's limestone. I don't care about limestone. Certainly not this far out. Okay, can I parachute this far? Probably not, but I can try. Nope, that's fine. Oops, okay. Let's see. So this is kind of a mesa sort of area that then descends down into a much lower area. But let's take this ramp down instead of just dropping straight down. All right. Got confused by the rock texture there for a second. There's some hogs over there, but I don't think they're guarding anything good, so I'm just going to leave them alone. All right. Well, now I'm here. Let's go check out the marsh in case there's anything in the marsh. I guess this might be more like a... Yeah, I think calling it a marsh is fine. It's very foggy around here considering that we have relatively normal daylight. There's a lot of poison gas in the marsh. So perhaps we will leave the marsh for another time. Sounds good to me. So in that case, let's see if we can cross this bridge looking thing here. There might be stuff on top of that, this rock feature here, but I'm gonna ignore that for the time being. All right, we have this natural bridge that has a hog on it. Big hog. Was the big hog guarding anything? Doesn't especially look like it. So this is a sort of transitional area from the green grassland into desert in that direction, and then kind of a desert river, which is a bit of a contradiction in this direction. I think... So in the offline game that I had going, there was a large... I had used a large coal deposit from over there, I think. So if I head that way, there probably is a coal... or some coal deposits over there. I guess I could just scan and find out. Zoop. Yeah. Yeah, so I had used actually both of these coal things, which it's not actually especially interesting since I have abundant coal supplies closer by, but there is one right over there. I think I see a summer sloop poking up over there, so that tells me what's up on that rock outcrop, which I do not care about summer sloops at the moment since they're not finished. Still looking around in case there's... I am curious what's in the marsh given that it's so abundantly poisonous. I hope there's worthwhile stuff, but I don't need to explore that until I have a gas mask. Oop, hello. Alright, so to what extent do I want to explore that stuff? I think I might actually, instead of continuing to cross this bridge, I think I'm going to go back and loop around this way and explore the lowlands. Let's... Not quite... Oop, hello. Whoopsie. Yep. There's your 3 to 5 feral hog action. Oh, and a spitter. That spitter was not very good at their job. Okay, so here's the coal deposit that I described earlier, which I would need a lot of coal for this to be practical, since like the one over here is way closer and there's still a ton of coal unused over there, so. Alright. Oh, hey, cracked boulders. Let's see what prizes are. Oh, I can already hear the power slug, but that's fine. Alright. Here's some spitters. My aim is apparently pretty poor. There we go. Are these things guarding anything? Are they guarding that cracked boulder? I'm not even trying to dodge, which is a bad habit, but oh well. Oh, there's a quartz deposit here. Well, that's interesting, but not actually very useful. Oh, there's a crashed pod right over there. Fantastic. Alright, do I have any incentive to do this in a fancy way? There's a large spitter over there. Let's see if we can... Oops. Well, I guess I'm committed now. There. Oh, also insects. Oh boy. Any more? Well, that's probably all for now. Okay. Hey, motors. I'll take some motors. Alright, what do we want here? Oh, also the pod is up there and I fell down a little ways. I think I can probably deal with this though. Oh. looks like I should be able to jump up. This may require a bit of construction to get back up there. Oh, come on. I can almost Bethesda this. Oh well. I concede. I will build a ramp. This is probably very bad ramp placement. Yeah, okay, let's try again. Yes, this will work. Okay, we got our carapace, and here we have the pod, which needs 10 megawatts and a rotor. Okay. Now we can throw down a beacon. That thing has an H as in like 10 megawatt hours, which that's not how that works. I mean, opening the door, I don't actually know how it works. Like, my impression was that crashed pods continuously draw power, which if it says 10 megawatt hours, then that would imply that it draws power and then stops. Because megawatt hour is a unit of energy, like calorie. Get our detonator back on. Okay. Well, where next? I could go fight a bunch of bugs if I'm inclined to do that. Is this no, those are just plants. Okay. Well, let's just head this way and fight those insects because they are there. And they may be guarding something interesting. That looks like a geyser. And indeed it is. Okay. And we can handle this spitter here. Yes, yes. Okay, geysers cannot be picked up. Oh no. Yeah, that's okay. Is it just the one geyser? That's not very interesting. Wow, a lot of crabs around here. I saw another spitter too. These crabs guarding anything worthwhile? There might be like a power slug inside there, but I don't really care about that. So let's move on. Can I climb this surface? It seems to be mostly allowed. And now I've fallen into a pit. This is obnoxious. Why is this allowed? Can I even build like a ladder out of here? Yeah, Yes, good. Well, almost. Okay, now that I'm here, can I hop? Yes, okay, good. Everything's fine. Looking out over the desert. Yes, okay. See some more bugs over there, bug nests over there, but I don't know if they're guarding anything worthwhile. I would like to get a better look at it. Oh, oil. Okay. Well, that's cute. Let's go ahead and clear out these bugs and then head back to the base, because it's about time for me to wrap up. Okay. Wait, this isn't even an oil patch? Oh, no, here it is. There we go. Okay. I think that's probably enough of that. So there's an oil patch there, but that, again, is... I think the one over here is still going to be closer. So, if I want to get back, what's the most reasonable way? So I could head back the way I came and up this ramp, or I can head through this sort of valley thing that's mostly desert, I suspect, and then back up this way. I would kind of be, this is sort of more unexplored, so let's try going this way, but I'm not going to be able to stop for much because I don't have a huge amount of time. So I'll get as far as I can. In about 10 minutes, regardless of where I am, I'm going to need to leave. But I think if I just run and don't stop for anything except crashed pods, then I think I'll probably be okay. And they usually put crashed pods in more interesting places than, like, a random valley. Like, there's an interesting stone archway over there? Too bad, not going over there. Alright. In fact, probably a faster way to explore this area would be to just fly over it with a parachute, but that's okay. Wow, this is an interesting, like, moraine. Also makes it pretty slow to get over. But it's a candidate for a place to return to and explore in more detail. Alright, how am I doing? Yep, a little more than halfway. Alright, let's get up here. prefer not to engage any bugs on my way over here if I can help it. There's a power slug. Is it totally unguarded? I'll harvest a totally unguarded power slug. Alright. So I need to continue this way, go through these stone arches, and then hang a right. So off stream, I think I'll probably set up Caterium mining. I think I might set up quartz and oil extraction also, because that's all just kind of like standard stuff that isn't super exciting to watch. Here's a hole. It's kind of a broken texture. I don't know if they... Oh wait, there probably might have been a power slug there. Yeah, that's a good candidate. Good guess. Let's continue this away and look for the arches. Here's a bunch of birds and some spitters guarding a Mercer sphere. Okay, here's our arch pass here. Which I should... The terrain over here gets pretty confusing, so I'll be consulting the map a little bit more. And there are some spitters. Are they going to give me any trouble? What if I just run away from you? Which I think I actually don't want to go this way. I want to go to the left. Alright. That elephant is pondering a corner. Which, do I want to take that corner, actually? Yeah, sure. Yep, and then climb this ramp, and this will lead us approximately to the coal extraction facility, and that's part of a crashed pod. The other one must be up there. Grab these circuit boards and motors, and I'm just going to throw down a beacon here, but... Okay. Right, so now if I head this away, almost back to base. Okay. Oh, I should take a right and parachute off this cliff. Yes. I can ride the coal line as far as I can without getting flung off. And we're back here. Okay. All right. So that's all for now. Probably next stream will be on the weekend, and we'll see how that goes. I have no idea what the next thing's going to be. Yeah. We'll see. But thanks for joining. See you next time.